Ripple XRP, so make sure that you watch out for this because we could actually be seeing better and more efficient systems. This day is going to be coming and it is confirmed. We are also going to be taking a look at who can take the number 2 spot in cryptocurrency. Of course, we know Bitcoin is number 1 and Ethereum number 2, but Steven Neroff has said a few different cryptocurrencies that could actually take number 2. So we'll have a look to see whether or not XRP can do that. And we do have some news in relation to the lawsuit, of course, and the price action of both XRP and XLM coin today. So all I ask from you are two things, which is to smash that like button and to also subscribe to the channel as well. Write down in the comment section below, for example, how much XRP that you own, or if you're even having a good week so far. We are on Wednesday and it has been pretty alright. So this is the first day that you actually need to know, and it's called Q Day. So what does Q stand for? Well, Q stands for quantum computing, and it is pretty much different compared to the regular computing that we have. So the Q day might actually come by 2025, and this is the timeline that we currently have. So the Q day, what it will be is the massive turning point for how the world thinks about digital privacy, as it could put confidential information at risk of exposure. And the reason as to why quantum computing is much better than your regular computing is because it has more accuracy into how much data points that they could actually derive from in general. So we have the fact that it could be coming in by 2024, and that quantum computers are vastly more powerful than regular computers as they rely on certain properties, and they can actually perform calculations that would not be possible on today's computers and process information at drastically higher speeds. So it seems like as if it is something new, right? But one example that I managed to actually pull from the internet was quantum computing in relation to the weather forecast. So we all know by now, when it comes to weather forecast, we do actually manage to somewhat predict whether or not it would actually be raining in the afternoon or if it's going to be sunny in the morning, and we do that our best, right? We can basically get some sort of measure with that. However, with quantum computing, it will be able to provide more accurate data because it will already have the knowledge in terms of earthquakes or any other sorts of things that have happened before, and then put them all together so that we could actually prevent all of this happening rather than actually telling you guys that it is going to happen. And so it can basically help in terms of climate change. But I definitely think that this is going to be coming very soon, and it is pretty subtle as well how they said Q day, but it is standing for quantum computing. So what does Steven Neroff say in his recent post? Now he says that what cryptocurrency has the potential to overtake Ethereum's place. So if we just actually have a look at the overall market, Bitcoin is of course at $66,000 first place, and Ethereum in second place at $3,329. Now we have had these two in the top two for quite some time now, and Tether at number 3, BNB 4, Solana at 5, 6 USDC, and XRP 7. And I'm not just reading them just for the sake of doing that, but also Cardano at 9 is because he's actually mentioned these players. Now he says that as one falls, another must rise. Of course, that is only going to make sense, and it's an undeniable fact that Ethereum has gained widespread admiration and acceptance over the years. And whilst he does appreciate that, he says that those who steer the ship of Ethereum should be held accountable for their actions, and those who are behind the despicable acts that robbed innocent investors of billions and lied to everyone at the hands of government agencies and officials need to be brought to justice. So once we have the true transparency between the leaders, investors and regulators, then we can be able to proceed. And who could next be in line to take the number 2 spot in crypto? Could it be Ripple, XRP? Could it be Solana? Or could it be Cardano, ADA? Write down in the comment section below who you think it could be. So we all know the current spots as of now. I mean, Solana was pretty good because it did that run all the way from $50 to $70, and it kept running. And you'll see on the 1 month chart we are up by a nice 41.4%. But on the year, we are up by a nice 793%. Some really good profits that were made compared with last year. So Solana does have a good chance, just looking at it from that sort of perspective. XRP, you know, we are at 57 cents. Market cap is just under 32 billion. So we are in 7th place, but Solana actually took our place when we were in 5th place. We moved down to 6th. USDC has now taken it. Cardano, however, is in 9th place, and the current market cap is at 20.64 billion. Now, whilst you might think that there is a massive difference of 11 billion in the market cap, don't forget that when Cardano actually rose and went all the way up and above the 65-cent mark, so it went to 74 cents back in early March, and that is when it was pretty much overtaking XRP. And so then again, it goes to show that Cardano is also playing here as well. in terms of the number 2 spot, I think that Ethereum will be able to actually hold this for quite some time. But BNB has actually been on a massive run as well. On the 1 year chart, we are up by 78.3%. And you'll see over here with basically 3x in terms of the price action. But it definitely looks like as if Solana is going to be running in terms of these spots in general. So we're also going to be taking a look at this in terms of the lawsuit news with the SEC. It did actually come out just a few days ago. So the SEC notes that Ripple's reduced information in their quarterly reports as evidence of hiding info from investors, and they don't note that Ripple commissioned a more thorough report by Masari about the XRPL at the same time. Well, when it comes to Ripple's reports, they always actually announce them on their page. Their quarterly reports are pretty consistent in general, and I think that they're being more than transparent compared with any other company that I have seen in the crypto space. So I'm not quite sure as to what the SEC are getting here. Maybe they're just trying to play on something in general. But again, we do know that Ripple have been hit with that $2 billion fine, or the so-called fine that the SEC have tried to issue. Obviously, it is going to be up to the courts and what the judge decides. So we're going to have to see what happens and pans out with that. But we are on the 3rd of April. So having said that, this seems like as if it's going to drag on for quite some time. So let's see if that fine is actually even going to be taken in consideration, or if it is going to be reduced. Now, from Mr. Mann, we have over here that in Canada, USDC purchases do not count towards your purchase limits on exchanges. So it seems like as if there is a purchase limit in Canada for you guys on these exchanges. And in Canada, you are only allowed $30,000 a year. Now, I am assuming that it's probably Canadian dollars, but just check because it could also be US dollars as well for restricted cryptocurrencies like XRP or XLM, the ones that we tend to invest in. But now you can purchase USDC with unrestricted with other unrestricted cryptos such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. And you can see in this article that USDC has now been claimed as an unrestricted asset. Pretty good stuff. I mean, again, when it comes to these restrictions, a lot of people are not going to like it because it means that you're not able to invest and make money in what you want. I actually do find it quite annoying, but this relates to Canada, right? When it comes to the UK, there's obviously different kind of things that have been happening and with the regulations, but it does come from the Ontario Securities Commission. And so you're not able to trade that asset, but still, of course, you only have that certain amount. So again, it's just some nice piece of news that we have. Before I have a look at the price action for today, we do actually have some other pieces of news, which is actually really pivotal because Crypto.com is now crowned to be the first global coin exchange to enter Korea. And so we have over here that it is officially launched a trading platform application tailored for the Korean market later this month. So it's scheduled to actually be launching on the 29th of April at the end of the month, and it is the first exchange. It's the first app that's going to be into Korea. So we have over here that the first product we will be launching in Korea is the Crypto.com app, which is our most popular product globally, and it's a fully mobile product offering a convenient and safe way to buy, sell, and store digital assets. And this is coming in from the president and chief operating officer of Crypto.com. So talking about the Korean market in general, the COO highlighted the country's reputation as a tech-savvy trendsetter open to embracing innovative technologies. And so it could be somewhat like Singapore, as Singapore do actually have a relationship with Ripple XRP in general. So maybe we may see Ripple with Korea too. But it goes to show that now Korea are bringing on Crypto.com, that we could potentially be seeing other exchanges as well, which I'm pretty much excited for, as Crypto.com have now opened up their way into that in general. So let's have a look at the price action of XRP coin. Now we are currently trading at that 57-cent mark, so we're trading at 0.5768, and we are down by 2.54% on the 1-day chart. So we've come below that 60-cent mark, unfortunately. But if we have a look at the overall market, we are down by 20.68%, and for the volume, we are actually at 102.67 billion. For the 24-hour volume, we are down by 24.53%, and we are trading at $1.6 billion. Now, whilst I just actually wait for this chart to load, we'll just actually have a look at the chart over here, where you can see that on the 3rd of April in the early morning for today, we were trading at 0.588. Now, we were at 59 cents yesterday, but if you have a look at the 1-week chart, we are down by 6.3%. If this chart has loaded, no, it's not. So we'll go back to the other chart. At the start of the week, we were actually trading at 61 cents. So we were up on that 60-cent mark by roughly around about 1 cent. And then we did actually hit a nice price at 64 cents. Unfortunately, we were only able to hold that for roughly around about 2 days before actually coming down and breaking past that 60-cent zone. So on the 1 month chart, we are now down by 10.2%. And this is the highest that we went to. It was at 72 cents on the 12th of March. Now we've currently gone down. I'm currently looking for the price action for XRP. I'm looking to see if we're able to hold the 55-cent support level if we go to the downside. If we go to the upside, let's see if we can actually get back up to 60 cents again. Let's have a look at the price action of Stellar XLM. Currently, we are trading at 0.128. We're not doing too bad though, because on the 1 week chart, we are only down by 6.3%. Remember, we did go to that nice high of 0.145. And on the 1 month chart, we are down by 12.3%. But still on the year, we have gained quite massively. We are up by 17.5% as we were trading at 0.0771 last year in June. So let's see if we're able to maintain this support level of 11 cents first and not go to the downside. But in terms of the upside price action, let's see if we're actually able to get to the mid-range of 13 cents again. Guys, if you want daily Ripple XRP and Stellar XLM coin news, subscribe to the channel and like the video as well.